bring in the Danny Mac, too. Like, I don't want to beat around the bush. He's your boy. You see him every damn day. Obviously, he's not going to be working for the Cardinals. He's down and out. What do you got to say, Jimmy?
So I talked to him. I think a lot of people support Danny. Not what he did. What he did, I'll say it again, indefensible. It's not even close to defensible. 3 times.
3 times, yep.
But he's still my boy, and I know he's a good guy, and I will support him. He's already trying to beat this thing again. He's taking it seriously, and I will support him in any way I can, but I'm going to miss that guy.
I know.
Look, I'm not second-guessing the call by my employer or the Cardinals. I don't think they had much choice. That was the bed that was made by Danny, not them.
Yes.
But by the same token, he's still my boy, and to me, he's still the best play-by-play guy in baseball, and I know a lot of people are going to miss him. And it's nice to see everyone understands the seriousness of what he did, okay? He didn't kill someone. Sure could have in one of those 3 times. So a lot of people get the seriousness of this, but also understand he's a human being and a good guy, and he brought some to Cardinals baseball that will be missed. Yep. So that's what I got to say. Is that all right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I agree.
And he needs you.
I think, look, at this point, you got to take care of yourself. You got to get right. You got to get the treatment. You got to get healthy. And then after that, you think about your career and potentially whatever he's going to do after this. But I think first and foremost, when you have this for the 3rd time, the number 1 priority is to get right. And really nothing else matters because, and this is not just for Danny, it's for anybody who's going through this. Like, you can't repair whether it's family, whether it's career, whether it's anything going on in your life until you yourself are okay. That's when you can improve everything else.
Yep. But you need to admit that you got a problem. That's the hard, not saying he's not, but as an addict, like you have to look yourself in the mirror. I can be tough. Not me. No, I'm good. No,
I got this.
No. You got to know where you're at, and you got to. In my experience, and I know he has to hide things, and some people do. Man, I've hidden things my whole life because I had to. I didn't tell anybody about anything. But the once I started being like screw everything, and I came out and like tell people and stuff like that helped, man, because I knew, and I admitted to myself that I had a problem. And then you're like, yeah, I got one. I got to get this. And then you bring people in that help you support you and stuff like that. So he's got some ways to go, but he's got a long ways to go.
And he knows it. And he knows
he's got a long ways to go.
So I want to say a couple things just to get off my chest, maybe in a therapeutic way. Maybe it's cathartic for me to say this. One, because it's not about me. I always try to make things about me. I get it.
So do I.
I have self-awareness. But part of me's mad at him because of all the things I've done in my so-called professional career, I never had more laughs than sitting in the back of the plane with Danny Mac, okay? And then when I'm at games and in my little earpiece, I'm following along some of the greatest moments captured by Danny Mac. I mean, really the soundtrack to a generation of Cardinal fans. I'm going to miss him for that. And then here's my other thing, and then I'm going to shut up, because this honestly upsets me, but I don't want to say anything because I get it. But I've been around the game. I got friends that are in the business. 4 people reached out to me yesterday. Friends, pseudo-friends, guys you get along with that are in the business, asking about the opening. I mean, the announcement hadn't been 2 hours old, and I got people saying, hey, are you hearing anything? Really? That's, Danny's my friend. It just bothered me.
Yeah.
That's like sharks circling.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
They didn't say, how's your boy? They didn't say, they were like, hey, maybe they didn't know that I'm friends with him, but 4 people already. To me, and I'm not, I'm the lowest man. I don't have anything to do with the hiring. But asking me, who do I send this to? Not how's your friend or anything. That kind of bothered me.
Yeah, dude.
Am I right?
No.
4.
I mean, it happened several weeks ago.
Yeah, but he never talked. They never talked.
Yeah, but yesterday, I mean, give him a little. Just yesterday was the announcement that he's.
I know, but I think, unfortunately, everybody knew it was going in this direction. And I think when it happened 10 years ago, it could have, and it didn't. and I'm glad it didn't.
Yeah.
And then obviously he has another transgression, but I just think that this wasn't controversial to me. It's unfortunately what had to be done. And
I agree with that.
Look, I don't try to base my thoughts on comment sections, but I do sometimes read them. And when the Post-Dispatch posts an article, or you look on a social media site and it posts this particular article, I'll go through the comments and read. And it was almost 99% of people saying, "Man, I understand they had to do this, but it's sad."
Yeah.
It wasn't. And look, 2-3 weeks ago, everybody was saying, "Look, you can't do this. You can kill someone." I mean, that's 100% true. Like, you can't go out there and drink and drive. But when I was looking at the comments, it was a lot of Cardinal fans saying, "Man, I love Danny Mac. He is the soundtrack of my generation of Cardinal baseball. He's the best in the business. I hate that this happened, but it was the right call and it had to happen."
Yeah.
Well, I didn't appreciate people using me
I
as
agree
a
with
conduit.
that.
Sorry.
No, I agree with that. And listen,
Sorry.
no.
And
I know how the people
they're
are in
friends
St.
of
Louis.
mine, and I didn't text them back or email, like, I'm not.
Everybody
like,
wants to know everything in this town, dude. Whether it's media, they all want to know.
But that's
what's going
also, I mean, that's not with Kat specifically, but that's a legitimate, interesting storyline. It's very unfortunate because we all wish in a perfect world we wouldn't be having this conversation and Danny Mac would be back for the next 24 years of Cardinal baseball. But because the news did break and we all thought it was going to happen that way anyway, it is an interesting storyline now to wonder who's going to be the next TV broadcast.
We got Jamesy on.
Yes.
What up, Big James? What's going on, man?
What's going on, Cam? How's it going, man? Where's my buddy at, man? Where's Jim at, man?
What is Big James? Hey, what's up? Yeah, Jimmy's right here, dude. We're chilling, dude. It's
Hey.
Friday.
Yeah, man. Hey, I'm just calling in, doing my weekly harassment on Jim.
Nice.
Bring it on, baby. Let's go.
Tucker Barnhart?
Jim. No, we don't need no Tucker Barnharts, no Jacob Stalin. I seen Katie Wu put some bull crap out there too. No, I can't curse on the air. So
Yeah, all right.
She put some bull crap on there talking about Jordan Lyles. I don't know why we would need him. We signed Drew Verhoeven sandwich last year. And he didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny.
We don't need that. We don't even need Andrew Kisner back there as the backup.
How dare
you say that?
That's our boy.
How dare you?
That's our boy.
Hey, he's a great man. I think he's gonna be great in life. I just don't think baseball has prospered for him so far.
Let me ask you this, though. You got Contreras. I'm glad they signed him. I've said all along it'd be a great signing. But now it seems they may be done, which is kind of how I thought it would go. Spend a lot of money, tackle what they saw as their number one need. And now it seems to me maybe we could use a big lefty bat, which is what I said should be a priority.
Hey, you were exactly right. And let me ask you
How about that?
Let me counter question you with one question. Do you think that we improved at all? Do you think we got better? I don't think we got better at all. I don't think we got worse, but I don't think we got better.
How? Now, how? I mean, you had statistically the worst catching tandem in baseball the last 2 years, and you got a top 5 catcher.
If you're basing it off the catching position alone, then yes. But if you're looking at the offensive production that was lost and that was gained, it's just around the same. You know what I'm saying? So we just got better at the catching position. We didn't get better as a team. You know what I'm saying? We still got the same needs. We still need another bat. We still don't have a top of the line rotation. And I feel like if we had more bats in the lineup, then I would agree with Jim and say that you can live with this rotation. You know what I'm saying? If you're producing the runs, but we've seen how they went cold last year. So I don't know, man. I mean, they say we got the best farm system in the major league, and I'm not calling guys horses, but in farms you got horses, and I'm just trying to figure out how many horses we need in the stable, man. Everybody can't play, man. Trade some of these guys. Let's get some proven talent. Your top guys are 35 and 32, man. It's time to win, man.
So,
right.
and I would
like
say,
that.
too, that's what was my premise. We're in lockstep. You lose Pujols in the second half offense, best in baseball, and you don't have Quintana, right? You can make the argument that maybe they held serve with the signing of Contreras while total upgrade at the catching position. Do they need more? Yeah, but they're also going to, as you say, bank on one of these guys. I think all the young players are super talented. As Charlie said, one of them is going to hit. I don't know which one, and will it be enough? I think those were legitimate questions.
Well, we'll find out, but I agree with you with what you've been saying, Jim. You've been saying it's going to be a lot of ifs, and that's the way it's looking right now. It's just going to be a lot of ifs. We don't know. It's undetermined. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Winning the National League Central and winning championship, two different things, man. So we'll see how it plays out. But you guys have a great day, man.
All right.
We're going to miss
All right,
Danny
Big
Mac
James.
on the
Stay in
call.
touch.
Damn right, man. Yeah, we're going to miss Danny. Enjoy the weekend,
All right,
big
guys.
dog. All right, Big James.
You too.
See ya.
Right on, man.
All right.
See you, buddy.
James is legit, real talk, wombat. Damn right, dude.
There's also
you don't play
though,
around.
on these radio conversations. There's two different things. There's what we all say we want, and there's what we know the Cardinals are likely to do. And those are two very, very different conversations. And I just feel like when you've been able to watch John Mozeliak under Bill DeWitt for 15 years, it's just kind of silly. It's fun to talk about. But we go, hey, could they get DeGrom? Hey, maybe they'll go after Verlander. You know that's not going to happen. Like, we all want a bat. We all want a number one starter. We all want Danny Jansen.
Well, they
also.
wrote about it. I believe them.
But my point is, you know the Cardinals aren't going to do these things. And guess what? They surprised the hell out of me and I think everybody a couple years back when they made that Arenado trade. That was also weird because it was the perfect spot to get that guy for next to nothing, who's a superstar, because he was going to opt out and the Rockies had no leverage. But, like, even Rodon, I'm sure they kicked the tires. And by the way, that deal wasn't crazy. 6 years, 162. I know he's been banged up, but he's really good. You just, come on, you know the Cardinals aren't going to sign these guys. They never do.
And I don't know if you were referencing me talking about a bat. To me, I knew they weren't going to get Contreras and a big bat. I thought, and early on I changed because I talked to some people. I gave it a little time and found out what direction they were heading in. But I thought my number one priority would be replacing the offense that Pujols brought and a guy who's going to be filling a position you need. And Contreras is a great offensive player. I just don't think he was going to give you the kind of numbers that Pujols gave you last year. So I thought they did look early on about trades to try to get a bat. That went away quickly, and they realized our best move is to get offense from the catcher position. So they went after Contreras. But that, like, my desire for the Cardinals early on was an upgrade of the bat to put in the middle of the lineup. They did get a good upgrade offensively, but not specifically what I was looking for. But I didn't think that was untouchable at the time early on. But once I kind of found out, I changed. And once I found out their priority.
How about this? When's the last offseason the Cardinals made two significant moves?
Yeah, that's why.
Now, they usually make one. Give them credit for that.
Yeah.
I think the Cardinals look at it like this. Our catching position was 60 to 70% of league average offensively. We upgraded that position by 50%. And then they say, look, Albert was really good, especially second half. We actually think if we platoon Gorman and Yepez, that production will be probably relatively close. Not as much, not 150 OPS plus, not the second half that Albert had, but I think the Cardinals look at it and say, we big time upgraded a catcher, and if we put a Gorman Yepez platoon at DH, that production will be pretty dang good.
Get him in.
Mo has been pretty upfront about that. He said a lot of the stuff you see connecting us to starters isn't accurate. Like he said, we're probably done. Like, yes, there might be time to move in a direction to get an upgrade here and there, but he's actually kind of charted the course exactly where they ended up.
Well, people are talking about it on Twitter, so I believe them, Jimmy. I believe Twitter. Jeff Bones chimes in and goes, Cam, Drew Verhage sandwich, maybe the best name I've ever heard in a while. That was a good one, man.
Verhoegie sandwich.
Verhoegie
and
might be.
Bernie calls him Drew Verhagen. Drew Verhagen.
Charlie's exactly right. The Cardinals fans need to chill with this fantasy baseball crap every season. The expert chimed in on that.
Why? That's fun.
It is fun to talk about.
Yeah.
It's fun.
But don't
I
rely,
think,
yeah.
Well, that's my point. Like, when I talk about it, I know and think the chance of it actually happening is 2%.
Yeah. Colby chimes in and goes, if Jim Edmonds calls every game, I will be muting and raining on radio audio. BT and Danny were hilarious together. I do not see BT and Edmonds mixing well.
Well, I
Well,
mean,
no one's gonna.
They're not play-by-play.
They're not.
God.
Who's chirping you on? Who was chirping you on Twitter? I saw something, and I didn't know how to react to it because I couldn't tell if it was a chirp or it was your buddy. I didn't know.
I saw a compliment.
But we stick up for each other, and I was just wondering because
No,
I'm looking at
I don't think that was a compliment.
Well, I did see a compliment, and now I'll be ridiculed for it. But I said because there's an opening, I saw somebody saying, "Hey, Nate Lucas is waiting in the wings."
I believe that's a chirp.
No, it was not a chirp.